What's going on, y'all? Tyler dropped an album today, bright and early, so I thought I'd do the same thing. Good morning. Chromokopia, Tyler's 7th or 8th album, depends on if you count Goblin. So far, he's dropped 3 videos leading up to this release.
I don't wanna be found, I don't wanna be down, I don't wanna be found, I don't wanna be down.
Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Can you feel it?
They give us a bit of insight to what the album may sound like overall. If you're already a fan of Tyler, then you know he's going to have some type of new alter ego. And people have already speculated that this new character is going to be based upon a book called The Phantom Tollbooth, which follows a conductor that is tasked with leading an orchestra through a symphony that colors the world.
That's the man I told you about. That's Chroma the Great.
You mean the one who conducts rainbows and sunrises and sunsets and things?
No one's too sure on the name right now, but chroma, meaning purity of color, freedom from white or gray, and kopia could mean a lot of things. In Greek, it refers to one's struggle to achieve something, and in Polish, it refers to mirroring or copying. I personally think it's probably the latter, meaning the whole name would roughly translate to someone or something trying to replicate color, which wouldn't be that much of a stretch considering what he said about Ian early this year and the direct line referencing him in one of those snippets.
This white kid, regular like Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music, and like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire, it's like I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it, but I'm like, no, you can't. This is like weird comparison to someone like a Mac Miller or Eminem, who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it.
White boys mocking this shit and y'all mad at me, y'all can suck my dick. Pull up old tweets, pull up old t-shirts, all that, I'll moonwalk over that bitch.
But hey, I'm not here to tell you what to think. We're just here to have a good time. My name is Rose, and I make videos about music-related things on this channel, and my goal is to capture that same feeling that we all felt those school days when the teacher would roll in that TV cart. We're just here to relax and have fun, but we do it every day that I post. So there was some discourse about Tyler fans, and there always is. New Tyler fans, old Tyler fans clash sometimes. I don't get it. I mean, I do, but it's tiring. So I'm going to take this time to add my 2 cents that no one asked for. Feel free to add yours in the comments, because if I'm not qualified to talk about this, then I don't know who is. Back in 2010, you know, we were young. I think I was in, what was that, 9th grade, 10th grade, something like that. Everyone's music taste is still developing. One of my friends put me on to VCR, and at the time I'm not even listening to the lyrics, I'm just kind of vibing. It didn't even really stick, not at the time at least, but over that summer I started to listen more because something in the production made me come back to it. I like the sounds. I'm a very, simple person. If it sounds good, I will listen to it, unlike Hobson's hating ass. Before his evolution, I would say the main target for his music was skaters, the kids who spent all day at the skate park or skating where they weren't supposed to be, riding around, broken arms, broken hands, scratched up hoodies with shoelaces for belts. And I think that added a level of authenticity to Odd Future that you just cannot get with any other music label. And you cannot recreate camaraderie like this. You know those questions you see every once in a while where they're like, what label would you sign to? It'll be like Death Row and Young Money, etc. No one ever has Odd Future on there, and that is the best choice by far. Think about everyone even remotely associated with Odd Future. They are still up. Jasper's an actor, Taco's an actor, Lionel's an actor, and a writer. Earl is regarded as one of the best lyricists of our generation. Sid. Did y'all know Sid and Taco were siblings? Because I didn't. The rest of the internet. Like I said, if you are even remotely associated with Odd Future, you're good. Frank Ocean. Odd Future were just a bunch of kids that hung out at the skate park and terrorized the public occasionally, and it all led to this.
And the Grammy goes to Igor Tyler, the Creator.
And that's great. But unfortunately for me, I latched onto them at the earlier point. So just a little insight. I'm not going to say anything to incriminate myself, but when I was a teenager, meaning 13 to like 18, really like 13 to 17, we were out of control, man. I was vandalizing everything I could see. I was a destructive, angry kid. I'm not sure if y'all, even half of y'all remember, but y'all remember when, before iPhones, when you could send a text and you could have a signature at the bottom of the text. I put mine as Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill Them All, but the acronym. And my dad called me after I texted him and said, you better change that shit right now. I know what that means. I don't know if they had a bald nigga meeting with him and Steve Harvey, but the parents were on to us quick. The movement was real, the man had fans, he had tapped into some rebellious part of our brains, and Tyler was that voice. As my senior year came to an end, Wolf was released, and that was noticeably different from the rest of his catalog at the time. To me, it almost had a sense of finality to it. Finality? Who knows? I'm sure somebody does. Listening to it, I didn't replay the same types of songs that I used to. I really liked 48, but my favorite song from that album ended up being Tree Home 95, which is the only one like it on that album. Growing up in the household that I did, I already loved Erykah Badu, but it had never occurred to me that Tyler would be the type of person to collaborate with her. And I'm sure at the beginning of his career, he didn't think that either. And I know this sounds wild with tracks like Tamale on the same album, but I think that this was the turning point for Tyler. I believe this is where he started to take his artistry a lot more seriously, and he felt that age creeping up. Because I also felt the same thing. Deep down, I knew I couldn't keep acting the way that I was. Cherry Bomb drops. And this is where I feel Tyler started to want to push his production skills to the max. I was working at Best Buy during this, man. What a time. He had a lot more features on this album that were outside of Odd Future. He starts collaborating with Roy Ayers, Charlie Wilson. He's also starting to solidify that relationship with Kali Uchis. They always make beautiful music. And you could kind of tell he was getting tired of rapping because he started picking up a lot more of those singing melodies that he's known for now. Flower Boy. This was the turning point in his image. A lot more people understandably saw Tyler as more palatable with this type of music. This is also when he officially came out the closet. Boredom is probably my favorite song from this album. Igor. My favorite Tyler album to date. I probably could sit here and talk about it all day, but I won't. I don't want to bore you. And we're already going on a bit too long. But I do agree with Tyler, this is not a rap album. That's like calling Uncut Gems a comedy because Adam Sandler's in it. And fuck DJ Khaled. But I do believe this is where the production skills of Cherry Bomb and the singing comfortability of Flower Boy come together. And then we have Call Me If You Get Lost, which is Tyler back in his rapping bag because y'all forgot he could rap. And at this point, he's a lot more commercially viable. He's a lot easier to swallow for most people, and I love the features from Youngboy and Doug, and of course, Tizo Touchdown. As always, good to see him. Same city, I will always support that man. But yeah, as an Odd Future adult now, I wouldn't even say that, as an adult now, period. That music that Tyler made had its place at the time, and I'm grateful for it. That music got people through a lot of things. But the key word being through. You're on the other side now. So maybe the Tyler song that is talking about SA, maybe that's not your favorite song anymore. Maybe we grow out of that. He was a teenager trying to be edgy. He's done with it now. He grew up.
I'm in fucking Sacramento right now and shit. Mom just moved. I have nothing better to do out here, so I'm just gonna freestyle for you dick-sucking motherfuckers, alright?
We were teenagers trying to be edgy. We're through with that now. We grow up. I'm trying as non-condescendingly as possible to say it's time to grow up. You can take that however you want to. I don't mean anything by it. But as Tyler also says, you can go and listen to that music, but he's just not going to make anything like that anymore. That's never going to come back around. Tyler is a perfect example of seeing your younger self and going, why did I do that? You can change. It's okay to change. You're going to change. The person I was at 17 is different from the person I was at 20. The person that I am now at 29 years old is light years apart from the guy that I was at 21. You're going to change a lot. Your opinions are going to change a lot. And that's okay. Grow up, grow out. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with this one. I already pre-ordered the vinyl. And if you liked the video, please like the video. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. And it seems like, you were a little intrigued by it, possibly. Maybe you feel like some sense of belonging. That's because you do belong here with the rest of us. Y'all be safe.